Now, don't you fret. We are a bit lost, but think of it this way. A little mystery makes things more exciting.
Yep, there's Random Pout, and we're doing a review on Wizardry 8. I would have showed you the very beginning, but I've been having issues with the recording, so we're going to start here at the very start, after the opening. Anyway, this is one of the most advanced wizardries, and probably the most player-friendly, so we're going to start with this one mainly because of the player-friendliness. And anybody that's familiar with Wizardry, I'm botching this at the very beginning, aren't I? But anyway, there are multiple classes and races and everything else you can pick from. As you can see, I picked various guys myself. Yeah, that was a terrible company. But anyway, I wanted to do a full review of this game, but like I said, I'm having issues with the recordings, so hopefully I can make it. After all the shit I did last night, I was kind of stupid, and I decided to do a serious review on this game. And losing my train of thought. Commentary will get better as the video goes on. But the story of this game, you chase the Dark Seven to this world that you're now exploring after you crash landed. And the difference between this wizardry and the other wizardries is this one, the battles are a lot harder and a lot more, you know, strategic in how you have to position your party and actually have to think about some of the stuff you're doing.
Let me at him!
And of course you can have voiceovers and all that stuff. I chose a bard because the bard is actually one of the best support characters in this game.
Taken care of.
You walk towards them.
With pleasure.
I don't know, not letting me move towards them. No. Sorry, it's been quite a long time since I played the game, but anyway, this is a really good game and a very classic RPG.
Taken care of.
It's taken me a minute to get back into it because I hadn't played this game in so many years. But anyway, we're going to try to do a full review.
We did it!
We're going to try to do a full review of this game. It is incredibly difficult. As you can see, for a PC game, it has incredibly good graphics. So we're on the outskirts of the opening monastery. Now the whole point of this game is, of course, to find the Dark Seven and stop him from taking control of everything by gaining the Cosmic Forge.
I think this is a good time for someone strong and brave to lead the group.
And Now, when you're playing this game, you gotta be a constant carefulness about your stamina. I'm trying to remember how to look up and look down, because right now I'm kind of right on the ground. This is a hard fight for the very start. And if you don't want the enemies to initiate the fight, you can always initiate the fight yourself.
Oh, this'll be a challenge.
Yeah, this is actually one of the fights that's kind of tough at the start.
With pleasure.
Sorry, I'm using a laptop pad, so... Yeah, when you're using your spells, you gotta be careful.
With pleasure.
Because if it's not completely green, your spells have a high chance of backfiring. So you gotta be very cautious on what level spell you want to cast. You can get high level spells early, of course. But your chance of casting successfully are pretty bad.
Segunda.
Take.
Now the fighters have the ability to frenzy, which is really good, but it also gives them a low hit rate, so you gotta use it cautiously. Except for later, once you get to the later part of the game, you might want to have a frenzy all the time just because of the severe damage it do. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on your stamina bar. I'll get more into the actual what really needs to be done in the game when we get to that point. But this is just the beginning, so there's not much to say right now. It's more of a wait.
With pleasure.
Now I chose a Psionist instead of a regular mage because of some good spells that you'll get like haste and stuff like that.
Now that was fun!
And when you get to certain areas, since I don't have a ranger, you have to have search mode on. They gotta be careful with search mode because search
Spotted an item. Ah, there's something over there.
You gotta be careful with search mode, because search mode will allow you to get ambushed a lot more frequently.
Yes?
I wasn't looking to read, I was trying to find it. It's very important in this game that you rest after fights when you're able to, because there are no inns and there is no town. The only way to restore yourself is through camping. And you can cut the camping short if you think you're going to be in trouble, or you can camp the full duration, but it also gives you a high chance of being ambushed. And of course, you can look at your journal to see where you are and what you need to be doing. And yes, I do suggest you save often, because this is one of those games that not only doesn't hold your hand, but things can go south and you'll get horribly murdered in an instant if you're not careful. Especially later in the game. Later on, you have a really hard time surviving. I'm trying to figure out how to look up and look down. Like I said, it's been a while and I can't remember the control. But I'll get it all back. Just gotta be patient with me. Anyway, we did all the little outskirts stuff for the moment. Sometimes there are random crabs that'll wander in this water that you can fight. But you're better off building up inside the monastery if you want to build up at the start of the game. Anyway, here we go with the first dungeon.
I think this is a good time for someone strong and brave to lead the group.
Spotted a creature!
Let's do it!
With pleasure.
As you can see, the bard is very useful at the start and the poet mood.
With pleasure.
And sometimes you can use the walk command and shit like that to draw the enemies to you.
I measure our progress in bodies.
Yep. I know that it's not a safe place to camp, I'm just doing it. Now, if you had an alchemist on your team, while you're doing this, you could be making potions while you're camping. I do not have an alchemist. Oh shit. That's not what I want to do. I want to go this way. I'm an idiot. It's been a while, so I gotta remember what I'm doing.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
This is definitely one of the harder enemies you run into at the very start.
Taken care of.
But it's also one of the most worst enemies. That gets getting to it before he completely knocks you since your guys up. So you pretty much dash towards them. And then the first round, you're just gonna have to dash towards them. Now we can do something.
Okay.
With pleasure.
I don't think the loot works on him, but my bard ain't gonna be much good in a fight this early, so we're gonna try to.
With pleasure.
Ah, good. Putting enemies to sleep allows me to do a lot more damage.
Now that was fun!
Good! I'll do even more damage!
Great! The best are getting better!
Wow, this is nothing that important. I'll keep it.
Our hero has achieved great things.
Yeah.
Ah, there's something over there.
Came up empty.
Yep. Search mode. You always need to search stuff out because you never know when you're
There's something over there.
you never know where you're gonna find something useful. So you always have to be in search mode. But like I said, search mode can get you killed or even ambushed if you're not careful.
There's nothing here.
And once you find everything in a room, you know, remove search mode until you get to the next search area. Now, one of the most important stats in this game for anybody is speed. You want to make sure you guys have as much speed as possible. And for a warrior guy, of course, close combat is highly important. And also range combat for when you start equipping bows. Even though I think slings are overall better. Only because of the sling that you get later, which we'll get to when that happens. But yeah, speed and dexterity are very important. And I'm training him in mace because I want to use the mace diamond eyes, which is probably the best weapon in this game. But we're a long way from getting diamond eyes. And there are actually 2 diamond eyes, so if you make a lord, you can actually dual wield diamond eyes, which makes that guy retardedly powerful. And of course, if you're using a bard, I suggest you use locks and traps and music for your main stats. And then build up his range combat. Unless you have a frontline bard, then you'd want to build up his fucking sword. Which I really should be doing, because this bard... I should have made this bard a frontline guy. You'll understand once I get to the sword bloodlust, but... But anyway, we're going to end this review right here. And next time we play, we're going to go through this monastery and get to the actual outside world where we can make it to the first town. I'll see y'all then, and hopefully on my next part of this review, my commentary will be better. It was a long night, didn't get much sleep, and I just woke up. Anyway, if you want to check out my other videos, go for it. I will try to do a complete review of this game. And if you like any of my videos, please subscribe. And y'all have a good night.